Welcome to the NIDA podcast for October. This month I'm talking to Helmut Bakaitis, director, and Andy McDonald, designer of Private Life of the Master Race. First to you, Helmut. The tagline for the production is Classic Brecht, Rewired and Reloaded. What makes this classic, and which parts are rewired?
Well, it's actually a complete lie. It's not a classic. What we've done is add a lot of cheap gags, visual gags, and we've also taken the approach that rather than pretend World War II didn't happen, we're doing kind of what I would call a retrospective look at it. We've been heavily influenced by that movie called Downfall. So we've kind of set this incident inside Hitler's bunker in the last few days of the Third Reich in Berlin, where we're waiting for the Russian tanks to arrive. And suddenly, all the confidants of Hitler, and by that I don't mean Goebbels and Himmler, etc., but I'm talking about your run-of-the-mill servants and soldiers and secretaries, all decide to get absolutely smashed and raid all the nightclubs in Berlin and come back with a whole lot of bad drag and bad costumes and bad scenery, and they put on this Jewish cabaret. They even steal a Jewish musician who's dressed sort of like a cross between Eva Braun and Margaret Thatcher. And we do a kind of a whoopee, as the Jews would put it, dancing on the edge of the volcano show while the place is bombed to smithereens. We have a tank, in fact, that features quite heavily and does a bit of a dance number too.
We'll find that out today.
Yes, we will.
That's a good time to open up to you, Andy. So there's dancing on top of a volcano. There's a Hitler's bunker. What can we expect in terms of the look of the production?
It's large in scale and
it's fascist in scale. It's like Albert Speer designed it. And Andy kind of stands in for Albert Speer.
Well, tell us a bit about the process then of going about and designing it, and what kind of influenced you in designing the show, apart from Helmut, of course.
Well, we had a long chaotic lunch over myself and the costume designer Gabby Logan, and over Chinese in Kensington Chinese restaurant with Helmut, and we desperately tried to take notes and eat yum cha as Helmut went through the show in detail with us.
So we can expect to see a bit of yum cha on stage then.
Or certainly the stains on our shirts. And
well, in fact, that's quite right, because the play finishes with a Chinese opera.
It does, yeah. Maybe that just came out of your head at the end of the eighth course. How do we end it? But so there was that process of kind of extracting all of Helmut's ideas out, and then there was a long researching period of researching the period, the events, and the history of it, and of course the key figures in the Reich, the look of the Reich, like Albert Speer and Leni Riefenstahl, and I suppose I took Speer's architecture, and to me it's absolutely about propaganda. So that's where the idea of building a piece of architecture on his kind of scale and aesthetic, but made of paper, and that's really as fragile as the misled concept that inspired it.
What you'll come away from is, quite apart from the experience of Brecht, you'll come away having seen a night of fairly amazing cabaret songs.
All right, so is there anything else you wanted to say, do you think?
Yeah, could I send a cheerio to the Jewish community in Sydney saying, listen guys, this is for you. This is my last show at NIDA. You thought the others were Jewish? Well, this takes the cake. This is my tribute to, we have a Jewish vaudeville number it'll be so offensive you'll be aching with laughter. Mel Brooks, eat your heart out. Please enjoy.
So come and see The Private Life of the Master Race, which opens on the 19th of October and runs through to the 23rd of October. 7:30 p.m. and matinees on the 20th of October, of course, at the Parade Theatre's NIDA.